What's going on, YouTube? V here. So today I want to talk about a bunch of things. Number one, I just like to go over what recently happened at the YCS this past weekend. You see, a lot of things happened in that meta that I don't think none of those players were really expecting. For one, prank kids. For two, YCS, especially in Europe, always has a tendency to have random decks win. World Challenge recently had one YCS against the prospective winner of that event as well. And at the same time, we're looking at this YCS, and Prank Kids beat Thunder Dragons. Well, they didn't really beat them as much as Thunder Dragons couldn't do nothing even after fully resolving their full board. Now, a couple of things we can take from this. One, Evenly Match is a pretty good card if you have it. Two, hi, I've been talking about D-Barrier forever, and D-Barrier would have been a pretty damn good card in that matchup, as well as other cards also. But looking into what we have right here, guys, is the OCG Forbidden and Limited ban list that's going to be coming out January 1st, 2019. And this ban list is important because it affects the market. It affects the market here in the TCG. It makes Yu-Gi-Oh players lose faith in certain decks, and makes other Yu-Gi-Oh players gain faith in other decks. Now, looking right into it, we'll go over it real quickly before we go over the Marker Watch, Global Orb, Dandelion, Nightmare Goblin, Galaxy Eyes, Dark Matter Dragon, which is only really Blue Eyes that I know of, Firewall Dragon, Steam the Cloak, MX Saber Invoker, and Divine Sword, Phoenix Blade, or banned. They actually got a ban list in the OCG. Wish we had one of those. Limited, Altergeist Multi-Faker, Kriston Needle Fiber, Chronograph Magician, Kagari, and Mathman. This is really a hard pill for me to swallow. All the guys have been around for a long while, and seeing all the guys being limited on this ban list, it just tells you it's going to get limited inevitably. We're not going to be able to play all the guys at Worlds. This is not going to happen. That was my dream. Unfortunately, I have to switch decks, and looking at this ban list, strikers don't look so good either. I mean, we have 2 Engage, 2 Widow Anchor, 1 Terraforming, and now 1 Kagari. Can't strikers even play Yu-Gi anymore? Also, we have Chronograph Magician. Now, I'm not sure if the OCG has Astrograph Magician, but looking at this past weekend, Pendulums are still coming out of nowhere and still playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I can talk about that for a long while, guys, and hopefully you're out there and you have Pendulums. The deck costs almost nothing to build, and it still can top events, as we have seen. Another thing about this Sky Striker Ace Kagari being limited, it really lowers the value of Shizuku that we currently have. Think about it. Every Yu-Gi-Oh player that's playing Sky Strikers that knows we're getting a balance come the end of January knows that we're going to get 2 Engaged, 2 Widow Anchor. They made peace with that. A Terraforming to 1? Not a big deal, my bro. I still have my 3 field spells. But Kagari going to 1 and Thunder Dragons are still full powered? That can be an issue. Also, it's Konami's way of pushing out the already current meta to make way for a new set. Maybe something in Savage Strike. Who knows? But looking at Mathematician, it was a really interesting hit, by the way. Semi-limited. 2 Damage Juggler, 2 Denlong, Trisha Candina, Fairy Tale Snow, Spellbook of Knowledge, Ceasefire, Personal Spoofing. Yet another hit to my Altergeist. Guys, you know if you watch the channel for a while, I'm a huge Altergeist fan. Looking at Personal Spoofing being hit after Multi-Faker being hit, the deck is dead. Listen, I'll be the first to say if Altergeist can play Yu-Gi-Oh! But when you hit Personal Spoofing and Multi-Faker, my fellow Altergeist players, our deck's going to die. It's gonna happen. Just, understand that is what it is, and move forward with most likely what will be a hit come January, or definitely the ban list before Nationals, if you already have your invite. Of course you do. You're playing Altergeist. Fucking A. Of course you got it. Fucking silly questions. Trisha Candina being semi-limited is insanely stupid to me. You see, I know we got Lycaris at 3. By the way, Candina being hit also lowers the value of Lycaris. Konami, you are needed to stop doing that if you want to promote OTS Pack 9. But looking at it once again, Candina being the semi-limit hit does nothing. The answer is always and has always been Trickster Reincarnation. Now, some of you might go with V, might be hitting the ban list, and maybe it is hitting the OCG ban list. Nevertheless, Candina should never be the hit. It should be Trickster Reincarnation, the field spell that searches everything, that's searchable with Terraforming, even though they have it at 1, we still had that bitch at 2, and then every other Trickster. So we're going to go in order. That's what should be hit. Spellbook Nausea 2, sure. Fairy Tale Snow 2 means nothing because every Burning Abyss player, especially here in the TCG, plays Fairy Tale Snow at 1. Rarely you see that card at 2. Denlong's first Yang Zing is nice. I wish Konami still unlocked more of the cards that were previously hit, but sure, if we would get Denlong to 2 here in the TCG, Denlong to 1 in the TCG would be pretty huge. Unlimited is Dante. The OCG Dante currently is limited. They actually have Beatrice at 3. We're looking at this ban list. Dante's now at 3. Burning Abyss has more steam to the deck. And you damn sure we're going to see Burning Abyss decks topple over the place. Burning Abyss players, dust off your Burning Abyss decks. Because by Nationals, we'll probably be playing with Cherubini. Hopefully. Necros or Breenock. I know we got a lot of Necros players here, and they're all excited. They're gonna get reprinted. Let's stop being silly about it. Two creature tournament construction. Okay, so let's go right into the market watch. So, guys, listen. Praying Kids have recently won YCS European. I actually forgot what part. I think it was Rimini or whatever it is. Milan or whatever. Anyway, everyone's buying a Praying Kids. We're looking at Praying Kids Palace. A card that was literally about $10 is now about almost $19. In fact, yesterday it was as high as $22. The thing about this is, and I don't want to diss on anyone playing Praying Kids, your best matchup is Thunder Dragons. That kid played his best matchup. Play any deck that plays the cards like, I don't know, Evenly Match, Dimensional Barrier, you lose. Like, you literally lose the game. And you go, well, V, no, not for nothing, man, but I can still combo, I can still make Borrow Sword, I can still play YuGiOh. That's great. But spamming your board and getting hit by Evenly hurts you more than, just like it hurts every other deck in the meta. It just strengthens the card Evenly Matched. That when YuGiOh players, for the most part, especially in YCS Europe, weren't playing, or Dimensional Barrier. These are the great cards to play. Praying Kids do. It's actually about $6. Looking at the other one, Roaring Roaster, it's about $4, and yeah. I still don't think Praying Kids is a good deck. No offense to anyone who's just picked up Praying Kids. I do like the deck. I like the synergy it has. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves here in the TCG, Praying Kids only won because nobody knew what they did. The minute YuGiOh players know what a deck does, it makes it harder for those YuGiOh players who are buying the deck. Especially those who are buying Praying Kids Place. Did I say Palace? Praying Kids Place. Thinking they're going to play Praying Kids. It's a waste of money. Do not buy it. This value will decline. We can move forward afterwards and talk about buying it, but don't do it right now because you'll be wasting your money. Looking at Soul, by the way, I haven't slept. My eyes look a little bit red. I've been slept the whole night playing Magic Gathering Arena, playing Is It Drake, so that's a thing. So if I stutter, I'm sorry. Looking at Thunder Dragons. Thunder Dragons lose to Praying Kids, and they lose value. Now, they also lose value because the unlimited edition of Thunder Dragons are currently out in the market. That's why we're seeing them go down in value. They're roughly around $60, and they're going to continue to decline in value because Soul Fusion Special Edition has what everyone wants. It literally has the best card in YuGiOh for combo-based oriented decks, especially new decks in the future, which is the Magician Link Monster guy. Listen, I think that Thunder Dragons is still one of the best decks, if not the best deck in the meta. But it's going to go down in price because everyone's be cracking the crap out of these packs. So if you still have Thunder Dragons, you still can sell them and buy them back later and save money. Or you can just hold them and go down with the ship. It's not a big deal. Dangerous Tsuchinoko, another card going to about $32. I think a lot of YuGiOh players looking over at Europe has realized it's not as strong. Oh, real quick thing. YuGiOh players. That Slash or FTK, if you're looking to play that, good luck. You see, we're in a meta where people are playing Infinite Permanence, Effect Veiler, and Ash Blossoms. Any of those cards resolve against, not the E-Telly, but against Saryuja, you're kind of fucked. You got to play through your Saryuja being stopped once. If it's stopped twice, you lose the game. You 100% forfeit the game right then and there. Looking at another card, Trap Trick is currently roughly around $23. Still high, even though Unlimited has hit the market. It's still a strong card. Thunder Dragon Dark is going to start going lower in value. Thunder Dragon Rose are already, for the most part, relatively low in value. And a lot of these cards are going to continue going lower and lower and lower and lower in value. Looking at OTS Pack 8, Drill and Lockboard actually is going low in value. It's currently about $36, and that's because everyone was rushing to get Skashaka Gagari. YuGiOh players that were opening OTS Pack 8 and getting Drill and Lockboards were putting them in the market. Don't get it twisted. This is the money card of this OTS Pack. Look at Kagari. She was hitting like 44 because of hype and speculation, because literally the ban list did nothing. OCG Banlist did nothing to Kagari, but unfortunately what we're seeing here is the Banlist come back and react. We're seeing one over here from a new seller, so kind of, you know, whatever about that. It's about 35s, and it's about 39s. Well, Ultra Kagari is going to keep going lower and lower in value, and especially with this OCG Banlist, especially with the fact that we have about a month and a half before we get our official ban list. So it's really hard to tell whether to hold this Kagari or not. One little fun fact, she's limited in the OCG, so take that with what, do what you will with that. Same thing with Scapegoats, by the way, what's happening with Draw and Lock, but everyone's cracking packs. This is another great card as well. Secret Vigil Spellcast is holding roughly around $3 because it's one of the best cards Ultra guys can currently still use to stop, that. As well as Pendulum Magicians. Alright, up next, OTS Pack 9. Sky Striker Ace Shizuku's out. This is the debut, and it's a $66 card. I think that it will go low, but not as low as Kagari. And the reason why is because Shizuku has not been touched or even brought up being touched on any of the ban list. She's still going to be a valuable card, and especially this weekend, next weekend, or the weekend afterwards, even until the ban list. I'm not going to see, I guarantee this card will not drop as low as a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players think, because it's still a card that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are confident which is not going to be hit. So we will see Shizuku still be a good card to hold. Lycoris, on the other hand, is dropping fast. We're seeing a $58 price point. It's already about $49 for Lycoris. That's how much Yu-Gi-Oh players hate Tricksters. That's how long Tricksters been in the fucking meta. We're just done with this deck. Like, we're done. We don't want any more ultis. We want Reincarnation hit from day one, Konami. Why'd you make this an ulti? There were so many better targets. Pot of Zayas, Borlo Dragon, Sword Dragon, Infinite Permanence, but you gave us fucking Trickster Lycoris? What is this about? What were you doing? Elemental Hero Shrouds actually is one of my favorite Ultimate Rares in this set. Even though it has dropped $6, I still think Elemental Hero Shrouds will be one of those Elemental Hero cards that will have a buyout. The reason I think it'll have a buyout, because when you look at Ulti Dark Law, which we'll look at 2 seconds, Ultimate Dark Law was the same thing. Dark Law, I think Dark Law had a valuation roughly like $25, I think. I could be wrong. I know it tanked really low. When it first came out, it was holding roughly around a $50 price point and stabilizing at a $50 price point. And TCG players not letting me do things. Okay, here we go. Dark Law. Okay, yeah, so let's look at Master Hero Dark Law currently right now, whose price point is roughly still holding back to that $50 price point. Now, it got bought out, it rose higher in value. We're seeing roughly a $58 market price, and that now has stabilized. Hero players are not normal people. They don't care about the market. When they're ready, they're just going to buy a card out and make it go high in value. And being the fact that Shrouds is one of their most loved cards, this card will absolutely undeniably go higher in value. Looking at OTS Pack 9, though, looking at Second Light, which is a $7 card, once again, Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Second Light, it might even go higher due to the fact that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players just recently seen the OCG Banlist, and they're like 3 Dantes. Well, if the OCG has 3 Dantes, 3 Beatrice, C and Graph have been a little bit unlocked. Burning Abyss is going to be running rampage in the OCG. They have Cherubini. We'll be getting that hopefully soon. Savage Strike, possibly. And, yeah. Gonna want to get those Savage Second Light ASAP. Well, Second Light's current price point is roughly around $7. Thunder Dragon Matrix, Thunder card, is roughly around $6. Once again, Thunder Dragon players, they're really confident in the meta right now. There's no hits to that deck whatsoever, so obviously they're gonna want to get the Thunder Dragon Matrix. Personal spoofing is already starting to go down a little bit. We're seeing roughly around $4.5, $5 for Thunder Dragon Matrix, and then the tokens. Okay, my favorite one is Draco Sack, by the way. I love Draco Sack tokens. I have 2 personally that I had a trade for, and I'm really excited for these because I have a German Draco Sack, Italian Draco Sack, and Portuguese Draco Sack. I just think the card's really good. I like the card. I miss the card. Nostalgia. And the tokens look really cool to bring out. Mega Raptor tokens. No, Konami. No. Could have made a zombie token or something cool. There's Galaxy Wizard, which is roughly around $3. I'm not sure if anyone wants to even buy those anymore. And Harliar token. No, Kami. Hi, can you not do that? Like, I'm glad you gave us 3 foil tokens. I really am. The Dracosack token is amazing, but why is C and B token utter trash? They just look horrible. There's so many other cooler tokens you could have done in this game. You could have made a brand new Karibo or Scapegoat variant of a token, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Players would have ate that up like hot fire. You could have made a token with 4 of the Scapegoats in it. Done. You could have made a foil character token of a character card from the show. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players would have went crazy for it. That would have been something cool to do. But yeah, those other two weren't good. Dragon Sack is really cool though. Super Optimization, roughly around $3 on the price, on the market price. I still think it's a great card, even though it came off the market. Secret rares were being bought all over the place. The super rare version of Super Optimization looks really good. A lot of my customers pulled it, and wow, that card looks beautiful. Repro Dokas is roughly around $3. Card structure is $2. The only one that I think is kind of important is Imperial Order. If you don't have the Ultra version of Imperial Order that came out in Duel Saga that had the updated card text, you would have to write it down if pointed out to you about Imperial Order if you currently played Imperial Order. Especially now with like Pendulum Editions and Sky Strikers, you kind of want to find a way to stop spells. Well, Imperial Order from the OTS Pack 9 has the updated card text, so you no longer have to like write it down. You just put it in another deck box. Do not put it in the same deck box. Translations or updated card text, for this matter, go in there in a separate deck box. Please do not forget that. And then we got the rest of the cards from OTS package, which is roughly high in value due to the fact that they're new. I do like Morphing Jar super rare. It's like Konami. I feel like Konami, every OTS pack so far, has slowly gave stuff to Go players. And I would love to see a Metamorphosis super rare in the OTS pack 10. That'd be kind of cool. Moving forward, though, looking at Ash Blossom Joyous Spring, for the most part, it's still the same. I mean, you can look over the market price, so like it's increasing a little bit, sure. It's just hovering right now. And Ash Blossom Joyous Spring Secret Rare, first edition, well, it's still maintaining its high price point, like I pointed out. It's still roughly around a $50 card for a first edition Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. It's just waiting for the reprint. Supposedly common reprint. That's what's come on the structure deck. Now, we got a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players being a bunch of sad sacks saying, well, they didn't do it for Draw and Lock. We're probably not going to get Ash Blossom Joyous Spring common reprint. Woe is me. But you guys forgot about the fact that a year ago, we got Max C as a fucking reprint in a structure deck. In fact, I would love to see his Fire structure deck have a Water structure deck with even more awesome reprints. Maybe Infinite Permits on a Water structure deck. Konami, I'm looking at you. You can make this happen. You did it last year. Those structure decks sold like hotcakes. If you put Ash Blossom Joyous Spring in the Fire structure deck, which, let's be honest, is a terrible structure deck, people will be buying 3 of those. Stores are happy, Konami's happy because they make money, and the players happy because they get what they want. This is a win-win-win scenario. Ash Blossom Joyous Spring has been out literally since motherfucking Maximum Crisis. Cut the crap, Konami. Give us this card common. And I do think Konami's going to give us a card common. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 110% sure it's going to be in the Fire structure deck. I'm only upset about we're not getting a Water one to bounce it out with another cool reprint. Because everyone forgot about last year with that Machine and Dinosaur structure deck that was, for the most part, well, the Dinosaur was actually really good, but the Machine was absolutely terrible. But we got Ash Blossom in it. Like, stop being a bunch of sad sacks and realize the fact that Konami might be repeating themselves. And hopefully they'll be adding a second structure deck in that mix. Moving forward, looking at Borrowed Sword Dragon, the card you know you need, and you can pretend you don't need by running Borrow Low Dragon, but you need Borrowed Sword. If you're playing Sky Strikers, you're playing Ultra guys, you're playing Thunder Dragons, hey, little prank kid players, welcome to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! You're going to need one of these guys. You're going to need this card. Its current price range is roughly around $79 to $80, and the reason why it's so high is because it can literally win you a game by itself. It's a pretty degenerate card, and hopefully this will be the next card Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will be complaining about. Let's be honest, it's going to be a while before we get a Borrowed Sword Dragon reprint. I'm going to expect for it to be in the new Mega Tins. That's probably one of my expected release for a Borrowed Sword Dragon. Hopefully it won't be that way because its price point will only further increase in value because Cybernetic Horizon will get harder and harder to get, but Konami does not care about that. Looking at Danger Nessie is roughly around $35 as well. Danger Bigfoot being roughly around $18, and I'm really shocked. Once again, people are really excited about the Slash Draw FTK, and hey, I can run Dangers again. I can run in this Slash Draw FTK deck. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Like it's cool how it was done at the YCS this past weekend, but it was cool how Prank Kids won YCS this past weekend, and Slash Roll FTK at best made top 16. That's it. Now, I'm not trying to shit in the deck 100%. Obviously, if you don't have a hand trap, the deck can FTK you. We have seen it do that. But is it consistent? I don't think so. Maybe it might get you a regional invite, but would you really want to take a regional invite with an FTK deck, banking on your opponent not opening a hand trap every turn and not stopping Saryuja? Now we know Saryuja's the card you need to stop. The minute you stop Saryuja, that deck's pretty much in a bad situation, especially if you use a card like Infinite Permits, because they can't use Call by the Grave. Yu-Gi-Oh! Moving forward, we got Danger Jackalope. It's also like $12. It's called like $10. It's like $12 right now. Cyber Refs is $8, and Cyber Dragon players are rejoicing all over Uganda. Looking at Battle's Legends, Relentless Revenge, everyone was all talking so much crap because one YouTuber was babbling, just like he babbled about another set, and that didn't turn out so good. You know, the one with Blue Eyes. Oh, Blue Eyes could be tier 1. This Fusion Monster is really good. No, it's not. But looking at it, we was told that number 75, Rick Mingyong, or whatever the hell, no, 86, could be the next best deck. Yeah, because nobody fucking has effect veilers anymore. Everyone forgot about infinite permanents, so we're just gonna let all this crap happen on the board and somehow just, you know, be okay with this. Also, if this was becoming meta, everyone doesn't know what a kaiju is. We don't have them reprinted over and over and over and over again. Come on, guys. But look at number 75, Bamboozling, which is an ironic word, Gossip Shadow. The card currently is going for $22. Sell as fast as possible. That deck's doing nothing. It did nothing this past weekend, and it will currently do nothing moving forward in the meta. Yu-Gi-Oh players aren't bad enough to realize that this is going to be okay. And if you play against Sky Striker players and they go first, they will absolutely 110% YuGiOh anchor your number 75. And the only thing bamboozling is you, as you realize you have an expensive deck with 3 cards that cost $60, and that's almost near buying prank kits at that point, which evidently has a track record. Looking at Cyber Emergency, it's actually going down in value. Current price point roughly around 15 and a half. Market price showing to be about $19. You Cyber Dragon players, you're almost as bad as the hero players. Gumlar Dragon, that was another thing everyone's getting excited about. Gumlar's gonna come out of nowhere and get you. It's gonna get you and bring it to its house. Listen, Gumlar ain't doing shit. Gumlar ain't doing crap, and the reason Gumlar ain't doing crap is not because the card's bad, not because the deck that it's in is really bad, because Slash Roll FTK is obviously and evidently a better version against Gumlar. You can the answers to the Gumlar hand pitching deck is the same answers for Slash Roll FTK. You want an FTK opponent, you want to get rid of their hand. You can do whatever you want to do, boo-boo. But I'm saying right now, you get rid of your opponent's hand, and they're playing Sky Strikers, and they open up a Sky Striker Ace, a Sky Striker Engage. You just helped them out. Yeah, I see what you did there. But your deck's about hand losing didn't do so good right there. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, it's up to you if you still want to play this deck. I just don't think it's a good enough deck. Golden Castle Strongbox going lower in value because who cares? This is the card you need to hit, Konami. Konami, like right here. Have you read this card? You're going to want to go back and read this card. And then you want to ask yourself, oh yeah, no, that's not good. Looking at Billion Fusion's price point is actually starting to hit near $7. It was averaging out roughly around $6, but now we're seeing it hit $7. Just all over the place. Number 27, Dreadnought $6. Who's buying these? Oh, there's that Gameciel card. I wonder what that does against number 86. Looking at Dark Saviors, guys, we have Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, which is now going down in value. The one was going up in value. Market was showing to be roughly around $59, and we're seeing it here for about $54 to $55. Remember what's going up? Well, you see, that was fun. And now everyone's like, wait a minute, there's a ban in a month and a half. Why is this in my hand? I need to get rid of this. Looking at Sky Striker Mecha YuGiOh Anchor, that was hitting roughly around $40. Its market price showing to be about $36. Well, it's about $35. This is going to go lower in value. In fact, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player currently right now, and you do want to still play Sky Strikers, but you'll have your invite, because you're playing Ultra guys like me, you can easily just get 2 Engage, 2 YuGiOh Anchor, and hope for the best. You can still get your Kagaris. I would get 1 ulti. Evidently, the OCG might, we might just get shotgun into the OCG with the Sky Striker hits if Konami wants to make room for a newer deck or maybe promote an older deck like Burning Abyss. So that is a possibility. Looking at Beat Bladesman's around $11. Why is it still, why are these cards worth money? Vampire Frontline, actually with zombies. Zombies is still a thing. You kind of got to know what they do or else they utterly murder you. Sky Striker Afterburst is still $5. It's never really changed for the most part. Infinite Permanents. Now, this card's $91. So it was roughly $95. Market price showing to be about $94. It's about $91. It's about hover price right now. Listen, I don't want to tell you what to buy or what not to buy, okay? It's Christmas time. I get it. You got to buy your cat a present. You got to buy your mom a present. Hell, you're living in her basement. You got to buy your dad a present if he was ever around, if he wasn't at the bar. You got things to do, okay? But if you want to win at Yu-Gi-Oh, you're buying 3 Infinite Permanents. You're buying this, and you're putting this bitch in your deck. And if you're not putting this in your deck, that's no big deal. Just get ready to get abused at regionals. Oh, it's okay, V. I have Effect Veiler. It's almost the same thing. Yeah, because Call by the Grave isn't at 3. Yeah, because Effect Veiler itself is good enough to stop these kind of decks that just try to spam and kill you real cheap and quickly. No, you need Infinite Permanent. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to me, more importantly, because I don't want to hear people babble. I hate when people especially my locals, people can probably watch this video and go, "That's not fair, V." Listen, man, I'm sick and tired of hearing people go, "I'll just use a effect filler. It's just as good." It's nowhere near as good. This card gets over to stop one card so your opponent can't kill you. Doesn't make a crappy board, and then you turn around and you draw you for your turn, and then you just abuse them. And if you play Guys, why we have enough time to play them, hopefully before they get hit, you can win more Yu-Gi-Oh events. I like Guys. Okay, looking at other things, Ghostbone Haunted Mansion is currently around $58. This card's terrible. I'm dead serious. I think this card's absolutely terrible. This card's going to go lower in value. Looking at a bunch of deck lists, you might not see it anywhere around, but some on the TCG market, we just love this card, especially United States. The Europeans, people got it right. The majority of them don't like Ghostbone Haunted Mansion, but here in the TCG, everyone slaps in their deck like it's a messiah. The card's terrible. Get over it. If it was light or dark, maybe have a little more significance, especially in decks like Burning Abyss. But due to the fact that it's not, I'd rather see decks, and we have seen decks looking at European event, evidently over the weekend, run Ghost Ogre over Ghost Spell. What does that say? It says they want to play good cards. Nightmare Unicorn was actually roughly around $33. We're seeing it hover around $30 for this card. And the thing about this card is you still need one, no matter what. I still feel every Yu-Gi-Oh player that needs one has one, so the prices actually might be going lower in value. But Flames of Destructions are very hard to find nowadays. Waiting for the reprints, boys. Nightmare Corruptible is about $18 to $19. Evidently, if you're trying to spam boards, you need one of these. Vampire Sucker is calming down to roughly around $15 to $16. This card's overpriced. Trouble Archer is based $9, where the Lord intended it to be. Looking at ISO, it's calmed down to $9, but the reprint, the card will go lower, probably hit about $4. Savage Gold Red rose about 30 cents. It's roughly around $13 for this card. To be honest with you, unless you're running that one deck Flash Draw, which you can FTK, your opponent thinks that effect feels good enough, and you call it by the grave them, because it's good. It's a good idea. You're going to want to get these. I think you can make 3 in like one turn. Inspector Ball is roughly around $6, and losing faith because even though, look, is my favorite deck, it's still, Inspector Ball is still a slot that might not work as good as other cards in the market. Another fun thing is, maybe a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are starting to realize, Dino Wrestler Prankatops, if you are playing Guys, it's infinitely better than Inspector Border. You just go special Prankatops, smack your Inspector Border. Oh look, I could pop a card during my turn and your turn. I'm literally making you go -1 for the one card you put in to murder my face. Yu-Gi-Oh! Mythical Beast Shadow King is roughly around $8. I'm saying almost $9. That's because Pendulum Magicians is a very inexpensive deck. For the most part, I mean, depending on the OCG Banlist, but for the most part, is an untouchable deck. And even with one Electronite, the deck doesn't care. The deck still just makes negate that board, break my board. By the way, the game plan is following videos that are done by a guy by the name of Jerry Mitchell, who not only topped Nationals this past year, but also won a YCS. The actual Pendulum God, in case you guys forgot about that. And then Mech-Knight Purple Knight for $7. Has never changed. Super Rare Cold Blooded Graves is 6s. They're actually going lower in value. Blue Skies are roughly around 4s. Evenly Match, a card that I think everyone should be getting, especially if you're playing against Prank Kids. Due to the fact that if you are playing Thunder Dragons, you're going to want to evenly match those Prank Kids. It's a good way to stop them. I don't think they could fully OTK you, but you could definitely fully clear their board with an evenly match. Looking at Borolo Dragon, still $22. Still a good card, by the way. I'm not trying to downplay this card. But you definitely need Boro Sword Dragon. Boros is another card you might need, depending if your deck can make it. Saryuja is roughly around $11 to $12. Almost the same as, in fact, the same as regular Saryuja. It doesn't matter at this point. Yu-Gi-Oh plays need it. If I was banned. Double Logic Bomber Dragon is roughly around $7. Can I just say something real quickly? 2018 Mega Tins, Mega Pack, Mega Fruit has literally still done nothing financially. If you notice, we haven't seen any significant spikes. Evenly Matched was $34, is actually holding around $29. Borolo Dragon, which is a lot more than what it is now, is just, hovering. Went lower in value. Hovering. Was 7, went lower in value. Was 6 to 7, is now 5. And then there's a Mega Pack. Literally, that's what it is. Looking at the rest of these cards, they're worth almost nothing. In fact, looking at Heavy Metal Foes Electronite from the Mega Tin, it's about $3. But if you go by the original version, it's about $3. In fact, 4 cents more expensive. Like, literally, Mega Tins this year has been tremendously horrible. With that said, and you just heard me say that, right? With that said, I still think Mega Tins are a good investment. I think they're a good investment because they'll last. Years down the line, I think they'll have spikes in certain card values, as all previous Megatins have had, and I think these Megatins are no different. Looking at Global, but it currently is banned, so if you have a first edition, like you played one, Ultimate Rare, it's worth about $60. Might want to consider getting rid of it today. Gas multi-figure currently is about $7, almost, roughly. And the thing is about this is, oh man, I don't know, Gas players, what are we going to do? We're probably have to give it out babies. Now, you can lie to yourself and say, no, one multi-figure, 2 spoofings. The deck's not dead, V. Yeah, no, the deck's dead. Looking at Denlong, it's currently really cheap in value until YuGiOh players realize that if this card comes with the ban list, it's going to be pretty good. Current price point, 64 cents. You might want to pick them up before, you know, craziness happens. And then looking at Dante, I mean, we have different variants of Dante. We have the Dante that came out in the comments, about $1 over here. Or we have the gold red Dante, which should be $1 because it's a piece of crap looking card. You have the secret red Dante came out in the Mega Tints. It's always been stabilized at 7. And then you have the Dante Traveler Burning Abyss that actually came out Duelist Alliance. Now, this Dante is $13. And the reason why it's still so low is because we don't have Unlocks the Graph and Seer. Beatrice is still at 1. And we didn't get Cherubini. If the ban list fixed 1 and 2 and Savage Strikes fixed 3, I think Dante's going to cost a lot, like $70. Like, especially if this deck goes to tier 1, this is going to be a $70 card. Now, you might go, hey, V, that's crazy talk. You're no way. Okay. The last time this deck was tier 1, and like high tier 1, because it floats like a motherfucker, you give this deck 3C and 3 graph, have fun trying to clear that board. This card was like $75. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens again. Current price point is $13. Necros Obriana, current price point is roughly around 19, which is stabilized with the market price. Now we can look at the other Necrosses like Valkyris, which is like $46, and all this jazz. Trishul is 28, was always 12 forever to 14. I'll tell you right now, Necros comes meta relevant. They're going to get a reprint. Like, I had a kid like flip out on me because he's like, V, you told me to sell my Necros, and they went up in value like $5, and I'm upset about that. Well, and this is a real comment. I deleted the comment because I just don't want to look at pussies. I was like, well, broski, you see, couple of things. One, investment means you invest in a card. Invest in a card means that a card might go up, card might go down. When you sell, you're selling your investment. Card might go up, card might go down. Nobody can control the investment in the market. We can only speculate. That's what we can do. That's one. Number two, Necros have become irrelevant. They're going to get a reprint. You see, they came out in Secret Forces, which has been about, I don't know, 4 to 5 years ago. You think Konami's not going to reprint this hot, spicy deliciousness? Gorgeous artwork on great cards. Konami will print this in 2 seconds. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a Duelist Saga with Necros getting reprinted. So that one guy out there, fuck you. Just get over it. Listen, I don't mean to be mean. I'm just tired and cranky. But that guy, seriously, fuck you, though. Fuck that guy. Watching market, watch investment channel. Anyway, dimensional barriers on the card, people should start buying. They should start buying this because it makes sense. Now, you can get the common if you're cheap. It's $1, no big deal. Mega packs are always about 3s. I stick with my first editions from Dimensional Invasion Vengeance. Price point is roughly around $4, so it's extra $1. Once again, Thunder Dragons get screwed by this card. Burning Abyss gets screwed by this card. Pendulums get screwed by this card. Prank Kits get screwed by this card. Why are you not running it again in your side? It doesn't float so well, you say? You have a lot of more important things? Gonna want to reevaluate. You guys do whatever you want to do, guys. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and telling you what I'm looking at and telling you what I think as far as the meta in the market. I would love to hear different opinions, as long as you don't bitch about the fact that, oh, V, I lost so much money. You know, I lost so much money, V. Yeah, okay, go sell your ass and get more and then buy more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What do you want from me? What I'm trying to tell you guys is the market is changing. And the market is really, really, really out of whack right now due to the fact that we have a ban in a month and a half. Not only do we have a ban in a month and a half, but after we get the bans, we're going to be having, around the time we're going to get the bans, we're going to be having Savage Strike drop, which is going to have some pretty good cards in it. Take my word for it, Savage Strike's going to be a pretty good set. You could babble and say, well, it's only going to have 1 or 2 good cards. It's going to be a pretty good set. That's all I'm going to say. The Structure X is going to have Ash Blossom in it because it's going to copy the success of the Structure X that happened last year. So I went to be buying 3 of this Fire Structure X. That's terrible. But then I get Ashes, so it kind of works out. Ash is also a fire monster. It's adorable. Listen, that's going to be bought out. The market is going to shift heavily and fast, and we're going to see cards that weren't value become value. We might see Beatrice go up in value if it comes off the bans to a higher amount, maybe 2, maybe 3. We might see Serum Graph, the super rare with the Ashtrack version, go up in value. A Scar and Graph, I should say. I don't think Seer has a higher rarity. I'll look right now. We might see this happen. Burning Abyss might come off the tables and become a meta deck once again. No, it doesn't. It has the shitty gold rare and the original print first edition, which is 19 cents. You should buy it. We're going to see this happen. This is inevitable. This is non-negotiable, guys. This is going to happen. Our meta is going to shift this way because Konami's preparing us in the TCG for Worlds. Looking at the OCG, that's literally what's happening with them. They're gonna prepare for Worlds, and if you don't think we're gonna get Banlist remotely, not similar, but remotely similar to them, you evidently are new to YuGiOh. And if you are, hey, what's going on, man? You should probably check out the speed duels. It's really good. But for the most part, for every YuGiOh player that's been playing more than a year, you know this what's happening. You can't just ignore the fact that our bands in the OCG Banlist, even though we're not exactly the same, is going to be almost the same due to the fact that when Konami makes a world list, it'll be a lot easier for that integration. With that said, we know a couple of things by looking at the OCG Banlist, 100%. Number one, burning all the guys will not be a playable deck. Number two, Burning Abyss will obviously be a deck that, so far as we see it, will be playable. Number three, Tricksters are going to be not playable. Number four, Strikers may or may not be alive. Their head is on the chopping block. Now, Strikers haven't gotten new stuff yet, but we have seen hits in the OCG. None in the TCG yet. Once again, January banlist. But in OCG, we know their hits. And number five, I think number five, number four, Crystal Nita 5 will inevitably come out. Stop babbling about it, it's gonna come out. I really want Security Dragon to come out, in case anyone forgot about that card. It's a pretty good card. But yeah, we're gonna see a lot of this happen. And overall, we're gonna see the eradication of FTK decks. Konami does not like FTKs, it's on balance, and they do not want to have a Worlds again, by the way, in case anyone forgot about Fish FTK, with the FTK deck being in Worlds. Especially a FTK deck that will last up until Nationals, which Konami is heavily working on eradicating. They do not like FTK decks. They work really hard on getting rid of FTK decks. So, once again, guys, I have not slept a lot. I'm really tired. I should probably sleep, but I'm not going to. I've been playing Magic Gathering Arena, and it's actually been pretty fun. It's been pretty fun, actually. Even though I hate Wizards of the Coast, I think they're doing a horrible job, and that's a whole nother video. They are doing pretty fun. And, yeah, guys, I have uploaded my Patreon video. I'll be uploading soon for the VPAC Patreons. That's going to be happening. If you guys are a current a viewer right now, please make sure to hit the like button. Please comment, because I read every single one of your comments, even the bitchy ones. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And, have a good fucking day.